Easily find, book, and manage your travel nursing assignments with the AMN Passport app. Download today. Do you think in the culture shift of when nurses are afraid to chart by exception, is there a fear of litigation there when you aren't charting everything? Like, or, charting by exception must protect you in that way. That must be like a common misconception there.
Yeah. Again, more is not always better, right? So there is always that fear that nurses have this concept that they have to document all of this in fear of litigation. In those instances, again, for this project that I'm working on for charting by exception, we have policies and procedures in place that really back the nurses up for being able to do this type of documentation. We have to outline that says, hey, these are all of the normal limits, or these are all of the normals that we specify for each of these assessments. That if the nurse documents WNL or WDL, depending on which way your organization goes, that means that this patient does abide by all of this criteria within each of these assessments. So, organizationally, from a policy and procedures perspective, that's how we support our nurses from litigation.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like it's also, I think for the most part, I feel like I chart against exception, but there's also just, once you get into a groove of doing it a certain way, then, that's just how you do things. And it's like, I don't know why I have to chart that the urine is clear and yellow. I know that it is. I don't know why I do that. I just I just do it, but then I'm teaching other nurses to kind of do it the same way.
And so in that example, what happens if I took over your patient and I just documented that it was clear and not yellow? What risks did I just put myself in by trying to force everybody to document all of the possible normals on this potential patient's need? And so just because I didn't document that it was yellow, does that mean that the urine wasn't yellow? So when I look at the risks and the litigations, they're there for both ways, whether or not you're documenting all of the normals or not. Yeah. Except for with charting by exception, we mitigate some of those risks because we as an organization are defining what those normals are for you.